Susaneth B. Scalikas, the second reporter of the Group 8. So my topic is titled Mathematics as the Language of Nature. So why is mathematics is called as the language of nature? So we are going to explore how math helps human understand and use nature's law. So mathematics is called the language of nature because it explains how the world behaves through the number, shapes, and pattern. So, mathematics is called the language of nature because describe patterns, shapes, and relationship in the natural world. Everything around us, from the way planet move to how plant grows, follow mathematics rule. For example, the pattern of the sunflower seed follows the Fibonacci sequence, a mathematical pattern found in nature. Next is science and technology. Technology is the fruit of science. Science helps us discover how natures behave. This understanding allows us to control nature through invention. Through science, humans learn how the world works and use knowledge to create technology. So science helps humans understand how natural forces work. Technology applies this scientific knowledge to create tools and devices that make life easier. For example, science discover how electricity works. Technology used that knowledge to invent light bulbs, appliances, and computer. Then let's go to the discovery of nature's law. The scientific method reveals nature patterns. These discoveries help build machine, tools, and systems. People use this knowledge to improve life. By studying nature scientifically, we learn its rules and we use those rules in technology. Using scientific method like observation, experimentation, and analysis, humans discover the rules that govern nature. These laws help us design machines and systems that we use nowadays to our modern world. Example of this is by studying how object falls. Scientists learn about gravity, which later helped engineer design elevators, roller coasters, and airplanes. Now, let's move on to mathematics as the key language. So math describes how nature operates. It helps humans measure, predict, and understand the natural events. Isaac Newton used math to explain motions and gravity. Without math, we couldn't understand forces like gravity or design bridges and rockets. So, math is essential for explaining natural events. It allows scientists to calculate movements, measure forces, and predict outcomes. Example is engineer use geometry and physics formulas to calculate whether bridges can carry heavy vehicles safely. So, useful kayo siya sa aton nowadays na modern world na kuan na nila na discover ang mathematics as a language key. Next is Newton's great contribution. Newton discovery linked math and science. His laws become the foundation of physics and technology. He shows that math can explain the universe. Newton's mathematical law guide engineers and scientists even today. Isaac So Isaac Newton created mathematical laws that explain motions and gravity. These laws became the foundation of physics and remain essential in engineering and technologies nowadays. Example is the NASA used technology law to calculate rocket speed, direction, and orbit. So Newton's great contribution today is very useful because it explained um, motions and gravity, which is essential in engineering and technology nowadays. Now, let's move on to Wigner's idea 1960. So, according to Wigner's idea, nature can be understood because it speaks in language of mathematics. Eugene Wigner 1960. Math connects the human brain with how nature truly works. It shows the beauty and logic behind everything we see. Wigner believes that our minds are built to understand nature's mathematical orders. So, according to Eugene Wigner's belief, it is amazing that human mind can understand nature through mathematics. He said that math is deeply connected to structures of the universe. Example of that is the orbit of planets can be perfectly described using the mathematical equation showing how nature speaks math. So, in summary of mathematics as a language, in short, math explains nature, science discovers it, and technology use it for human progress. Math explains nature rules, science discover them, and technology use them to improve human life. These three are areas work together to drive progress. Example, math plus science created technologies like smartphones, which rely on mathematical algorithms and scientific knowledge of electricity. Let's move on to the technology. Let's move on to the mathematics as a language. Now we're going to tackle the technological world. So, how human curiosity and logic led to invention and progress. The technological world begins when humans learned to use natural forces for their benefits. So the technological world grew as humans learned how to use natural forces like wind, fire, and gravity to create useful tools and invention. Example is early human used wind to move boat, creating the first sailing technologies. Now, we're going to understand human understanding. So, human understanding, thinking and observing nature leads to science. Science leads to invention and technology. The more we understand nature, the more we can create. So, understanding nature is the first step toward building new technologies. So, observations and curiosity leads human to discover natural principles. These discoveries became the basis of creating technology. Example, by studying how birds fly, human invents airplanes. So, sa diha nga gi-studyhan nila kung giun sa paglupad sa langgam kay diha naka-come up og idea ang humans nga mag-invent og airplane. Let's go to early curiosity. Even ancient people studied wind, fire, and water. They learned to use this for transportation, cooking, and power. Ancient people already used nature's power even without modern science. Even also even before modern science, ancient people ancient people observed nature and used its power to survive and improve life. Example, they learned that fire could be used for cooking, light, and protection, like the stone nga pwede nila igamit as a weapon. So, before the modern science came, ancient people already observed natures and used it for power to survive and improve life. Now, let's talk the ancient technologies. So, the first sailing vessel used power of the wind. Fire was discovered as a source of energy and heat. Simple discoveries like wind and fire were early form of technologies. Early invention used natural forces in simple ways. These technologies became the foundation for modern machines. The first sailing vessel used wind energy to travel long distance. Uh, the first sailing vessel used wind to travel long distance. For example, way back before pa ang modern technologies kay sa isla sa kinatarkan is gi-use nila ang ang ilahang way gali sa maka-travel sila kay kanang mag-sailing gali kanang ah, through air kay makaabot sila sa ilang destination. So, Hero of Alexandria. Greek inventor Hero of Alexandria made a steam engine in the 1st century. It shows how heat can create motion motion. His idea inspired later industrial machine. Hero's steam engines was a big step toward the modern world. So Hero of Alexandria created one of the earliest steam engines, showing how heat can produce motion. His invention inspired later machines used in industrial revolutions. For example, modern steam turbines in the power plant use the same idea, heat turning water into steam to create motion. Now let's move on to the progress through science. Understanding natural principle leads to invention. Science and math combine to make modern technologies. Example, airplanes, electricity, and computer. From ancient invention to modern gadget, everything began with observing nature. So, as science advanced, human combined scientific knowledge with mathematics to create modern technologies such as computer, electricity, engines, and spacecraft like that. Example is airplane were made possible by scientific understanding of lift and drag, plus mathematical calculation for wing shape and engine power. Now we're going to the conclusion. So, the technological world grew from human curiosity. Mathematics and science made invention possible. Together, they continue to shape modern life and progress. So, technology is the result of human learning, nature's secret, and applying them to make life better. So, technology exists because human are curious about nature. Through math and science, we discover how nature works and use this knowledge to build invention that improve lives. For example is from fire to smartphones. Every technology started with humans studying natures and apply what they learn. So that's all. Thank you and God bless.